San Francisco's downtown continues to struggle. The latest shoe to drop, the owner of Hilton, Union Square, and Park 55 hotels are stopping payments on their loans, blaming conditions in the city that are making it more difficult to be profitable. But the city is showing new signs of stepping up its efforts to curb the fentanyl crisis. Joining us now to talk about the key issues facing her city is Mayor London Breed. Mayor Breed, thanks for your time.
Hi, Kristen.
So Hilton Union Square is the single biggest hotel in the city. I think defaulting on loans doesn't mean, of course, that these two hotels are necessarily going away. But how do you react to this news?
Well, they've been in close contact with us, and in fact, they have been struggling, and will continue to be open, and we'll see what happens. But they are still committed to working with us in some capacity to ensure that they remain open, and with some of the various conventions and other things that we have coming up, including the APEC conference, Asian Pacific Economic Collaborative. Many hotels are already at maximum capacity for that event. We hope that the tide will change. And so we're going to continue to work with them to ensure their success as we get through this.
When you say work with them, does that mean addressing some of the things they cited, like high office vacancy rates, safety and security concerns? What are some of your plans for improving those factors?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, as it relates to the high vacancy rate for our office rate, it's closer to 27%, but for life sciences, it's less than 5%. So we want to diversify uses in San Francisco. Westfield doesn't have to be just a place for retail. It can be a place for the University of California, San Francisco, which needs additional space, and looking at our educational institution. It could be a place for lab space. So I think that part of what we have to do is diversify downtown, activate downtown in the evenings and the weekends. And a big part of our strategy is definitely public safety around not just retail theft, but also the drug dealing and the drug using on our streets. And just last week, the police have launched an operation to take people into custody that are out on our streets, that are in some cases struggling with addiction. And so far in that operation, we've been able to take 25 people into custody. Of those 25 people, 9 had warrants, and only 1 lived in San Francisco, which we know the biggest problem we have is so many people who are coming into our city who don't live here, whether they're selling or using drugs. And I think that part of the steps we're taking is to ensure that our streets are safe, and we're being a lot more aggressive in enforcing the laws that are already on the books.
As you know, that, with some people, that is a controversial approach. And I wonder what you would say to them if they say, hey, are we now more about punishment rather than intervention?
I think we keep talking the same talk. San Francisco is like a compassionate city, and the amount of services we have for people who suffer from addiction, the various programs, whether there are abstinence-based programs or housing opportunities, increasing our housing portfolio for homeless people by over 50%, and the investments we make in community. I mean, I can go on and on about what's available, but the sad reality is, out of those 25 people who were arrested, and even the ones who were released, the ones that didn't have warrants, none of them accepted the services that we were offering. And so there comes a time where if people are not accepting these services, we can't just allow what we see on our streets to continue. We need to take action, and we can't let people be this comfortable with open air drug dealing, openly using drugs in the streets, sprawled out all over the sidewalks, and sometimes in some cases committing acts that break the law. The violence that continues to persist around this issue, we have to stop it, and we can't just throw our hands up. And there's going to be critics whether we do something or not. So I'd rather we do something than to sit back and listen to people tell us what we shouldn't do.
All right. I'd like to get your view, too, on what additional steps the state could take. I know, we're 1 month into Governor Newsom assisting with the CHP in the Tenderloin. I wonder if you've seen any yielding of results there yet. And then also, I know you've taken action to try to get the Biden administration for further support.
Well, I think what's been great about the support we've gotten from the California Highway Patrol is they have confiscated vehicles, they've confiscated drugs and weapons, they've made arrests, and so they have added value by ensuring that the public is safe because of what they've been able to do. It's been great, and I think our goal overall is to publish information as to the effectiveness of all the things that they are doing. The work that's happening with the National Guard is more data driven, and it also frees up our space in our department, our police department, to allow for others to be on the streets so that we are able to make those arrests. And better collaboration and the working relationship that we've established has led to some results. Do I want more? Of course I want more. And part of wanting more means asking the president of the United States, the Biden administration, to really focus their resources and attention on not just kind of the bigger picture of what they're dealing with as it relates to the cartels, but what we're dealing with in San Francisco, the results that are happening on the grounds in a city like San Francisco and other major cities. And I had mayors across this country support a resolution that I submitted to the U.S. Conference of Mayors asking for more interference. I know that the president put out a plan, but I'm asking for things outside the scope of that plan that will help us deliver results, because most of the things that they're doing on a national level, we will never feel and we will never understand completely. We will never feel the effects on the ground, but what people see and experience every day is on the ground. And we want the federal and the state resources necessary to eradicate this problem in our city.
All right, Mayor Breed, if you could be quick about this one, it is important because you mentioned convention business coming back earlier. And of course, this morning, organizers of the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference said they'll be back next year after a good convention in January. But our ABC7 insider Phil Mateer did also get a copy of the letter that was sent to you. Organizers saying there was some hotel price gouging during the conference. Are you looking into that?
Well, we are working with the hotel industry to try and, address that challenge, because I know that, like, for example, when I went to New Orleans for the Essence Music Festival and the amount of money they charge for the hotel during Essence compared to the rest of the year was a shock. But the fact is, I know that with this industry, it's really challenging. And in order for San Francisco to remain competitive, we have to address it, and we have to work with our hotel industry to do it. I'm really excited about APEC, the Asian Pacific Economic Collaborative, coming to San Francisco. This is one of the biggest international events to happen since the establishment of the United Nations in 1945 in San Francisco, where we'll have 21 heads of state, over 300 CEOs, all their staff, all people descending on San Francisco, our president. And this is happening in November, right before Thanksgiving. It's going to put San Francisco on the map like no other. And we're going to be ready for it. And our hotels and everything that we have to offer will be put on full international display like never before. And we're looking forward to that.
All right, San Francisco Mayor London Breed, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it.